Hi, I'm Ine Iversen, coming to you from the Grove in Los Angeles with the Red Carpet Report. We are here today talking to the 3 top champions in IndyCars. And we are of course wondering, who's the best driver, guys or girls? So first of all, I have to ask you, when did you decide that you wanted to drive cars for a living?
I was really young actually. I started to be interested, I was 4 years old. And it's funny because my family was not into racing, so I guess I was born with it. And then my mom, she was a dancer, so she had this artistic kind of thinking in her, and pushed my dad to get me a go-kart when I was 8. Started racing, and then one day, actually, I remember really clearly. I was 13 years old, and I was driving a Formula car that was a lot smaller than an Indy car, and I remember exactly the corner where I thought, this is exactly what I want to do, and I have to do everything in my power to make it happen. And here we go. I'm 30 years old now, and professional driver, fighting for the IndyCar Series Championship. It's pretty amazing.
So you started driving a car pretty much earlier than the rest of us.
Yes, I mean I could drive a car on the street if I was allowed. I could have driven a car at 10 years old with a stick shift on the street, but I was only allowed to drive it on a parking lot. But my dad made sure that I could drive a car really early on because I was fascinated and passionate by it.
And I can imagine with so much speed that you kind of can come up in pretty scary situations. What's the scariest situation you've been in?
Well, you know, it's yes, there are a lot of scary situations, but when you step into one of those cars, you have to deal with it. You know that your life is somewhat in danger, but you have to deal with it. It's what we do, you know. It's such a great adrenaline rush as well. I don't think you could live without it. So it's some kind of a drug. I would say sometimes, yes, there are dangerous situations. Sometimes it's beyond your control, but most of the time you are under control. It's when you're not in control that's the scariest. But if you're scared, you need to retire, and I'm not that scared yet.
And I believe there's mostly guys in this sport. What can we do to make girls more interested in doing this?
Well, actually, there are really good drivers, female drivers in this sport. There's Danica Patrick, who's very famous. She's been very successful. She won an IndyCar race, and she's doing really well in NASCAR. We have Simona De Silvestro, who's driving in Formula 1 now. She was in IndyCar 2 years ago. She's a tremendous driver. And there's a lot of other female drivers that have been successful in different series. And I don't believe, your gender makes a difference, to be honest. I just think it's down to opportunities and talent at the end.
And I'm not talking about the race court, but out in traffic in general, who do you think is the best driver, guys or girls?
I think girls listen a lot more to instruction. We guys have a tendency to think we know better, and I've been a driving instructor on the racetrack, so let me tell you, I know. When I've had female driver, I knew at the end of the day they would be much better than guys, because guys would crash and the girls would just keep getting better. So I don't know. I think it's just dependent on everybody's different, right? Whether you're American, whether you're French, whether you're English or whatever. Female or male, it doesn't make much of a difference. It's what you are inside.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, subscribe for more interviews and leave us a comment. Who's your favorite driver? I think I want to take this.